And welcome to another episode of Banana Republic Adventures. We are back in the Rapidan Wildlife Management Area. Jordan is with us today. We are going to probably do a 1 to 2 day trip. We are going a different route. We're on Grave Mills Road heading into the mountain. Last time we went on the Rapidan Road. This is a little less used, it looks like, so we are just starting to head in. We'll get some videos and share our campsite. We'll see you soon. It's a little hard to see, but there's a house up there. This is the second one that we've seen, just kind of abandoned houses in the woods. Again, this used to be President Hoover's kind of Camp David, as it were. We saw those on the previous video, some of the cabins, and his actual house is a museum now, but it's interesting to see that there's some other cabins maybe throughout the mountains here. Opening up here. Let's see where this goes. Go to the left. Oh, and there's a sign. What's that sign? So we had a little bit of a change of plans. We're still going to the same place, but we got up into the mountain and there's a sign that says anyone 17 or older has to have a permit. Jordan is older than 17. I already have a permit and I wasn't thinking he would need one, but it's really cool because the sign there has the QR code, so you can scan it and then it tells you, it'll take you right to the internet. Problem is, up there in the mountains, you can't get to the internet. So make sure you have all that stuff set up. We had to come back down to the Sheets gas station so he could log in, get his permit. It's only $25 for an entire year, so that's really not bad. And it also then keeps, the place from getting crowded. So I wasn't really too upset about that. Jordan said that was fine, 25 bucks. So $25 to get the Virginia WMA Wildlife Management Area permit. And so now we are headed back to the mountains.
I'm official.
Okay, so we finally made it. We're at the other entrance. There's a second entrance, so we're going to try this one. Here's the entrance. There's the sign. Here's Jordan with me. He got his permit thing taken care of. We had to go back to civilization to get on the internet to do so. But we're going to head on in and try and find a good campsite near the river. The Rapidan River runs along this road. And here's the rig. We're going to get in and get going, and we will get back with you. So we're in 4 mode now, going down the mountain, 4 low. Don't even have my foot on the brake. The commander's doing a great job of maintaining the speed. even at 5 miles per hour for like walking speed. Obviously I still have my foot near the brake just in case something were to go wrong, but yeah, it's a pretty steep decline and it's doing great. Didn't want to wear out the brakes, so figured 4 low would work.
And it did.
Yes, very well. I'm going to give it a little gas here.
Mud.
Okay, so we found a spot off the trail. Somebody left a flag and 2 chairs. Water's right where Jordan was. Big spot for a tent. It actually continues up into that area, so I think we're gonna look around, see if maybe this is a good spot or not. If not, we will keep going down the road and see what we find. Okay, so we got to the end, and there definitely was a gate to the Shenandoah section, so you can't keep going. So we're turning around and we're going to go back to the campsite, which we've numbered 6. It has the American flag, I think, at it. So we're going to head back to that and see if we can set up camp there. And then once we get set up, we will get back with everybody and show you what we've got going on. Okay, so we got to camp. We found a nice spot near a creek. We got the commander over here behind me, or I guess that was in front of me. We've got the Gazelle tent set up. We got this new kitchen set up since we don't have cabinetry set up or built out in the commander yet. So that's there. Hope to use that tonight. We have the Coleman stove. It's actually it's raining a little bit. So I'm hoping it will pass. It wasn't supposed to rain. That's the bathroom tent behind me. Use that for number 2. The site that we found had some lawn chairs and a American flag. So, you know, hey, I don't know. But these aren't like reservable or anything like that. So, and then we're also down, and you can probably hear it, but near a creek down there. And we'll get down to the creek later. But there's a nice creek that runs right next to the camp, which will help us get to sleep. So we're gonna sit down and relax a little bit, dry off in the tent some, and then think about getting dinner ready. So Jordan's in there somewhere. I think he's putting the chairs together so we can sit down. Okay, so we're all set up. We're sitting in the Gazelle. It's the 4, I think a T4 plus Overlander edition. So it comes with the floor, comes with the special pegs, and it comes with a ground tarp. You can see we have the fly on because again it was raining a little bit. So Jordan and I are going to just sit and hang out for a little bit before we get dinner going. We got a chessboard sitting here, probably play a little game. Hopefully the rain, it's not really raining, it's just kind of every once in a while sprinkling a little bit. So hopefully that passes and then we can get out and start making dinner. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, well, this is pretty dark, but it's about 7:30. It's been real wet and yucky and muddy out, so we ate dinner. We had steak, very good, steak and potatoes on the Coleman stove. And we're just now kind of hanging out in the tent, trying to figure out what we want to do, and then we'll probably hit the hay. And we found an old abandoned road on the other side of the creek, so we might take that as a hike tomorrow. So we'll see. If we do, we'll let you know and get back to you. Morning, everyone. Today is August 20th. Not a bad night's sleep last night. It sounded like there may be some dogs in the area. Maybe some people had some dogs. They got a little restless last night around midnight. But all in all, good night's sleep. Not bad. Made some oatmeal. Have that this morning. Probably do some chores around the area a little bit, and then I think we're going to go on a short hike down that road across the creek. It looks like an old road that used to be used, but they shut down. So we'll walk down that, see where it hits the creek, and then maybe hike the creek back up. Yeah, you have a good night, sleep?
Yep. I was a little skeptical about sleeping in bed in camp. I'm not sure why, but I was.
Yeah.
Survived though.
There you go. All right. Yeah, definitely rained yesterday. Pretty bad. This site, I don't know if I would completely recommend it, only because it's heavily used, so it's all dirt, which ended up being just kind of a mud thing down towards the tent. I tried to pick a spot that looked like it had some kind of grass on it, but it's going to be a big cleanup when we go to get the tent up, and I'm sure there's mud between the tent and the tarp. So it'll be quite a cleanup. So I don't know if I would recommend this one. It's a good spot. It's just, yeah, it's heavily used, it looks like. So
There's grass everywhere. There's glass everywhere.
yeah, there's little pieces people are not taking care of it. We'll probably try and clean up some of the ground in the fire pit. There's some trash and stuff around here. Unfortunately, yeah, people don't really respect the area, which results in the sites getting shut down. And we did run across a few sites that have signs on them now. A car with a line through it. They were very rutted and stuff, so the Park Service, I guess, does shut down some of the sites so that they can, reclaim, the nature can reclaim them, and then maybe they open them up later. I don't know, but there's a couple other sites in this campsite, in this area, in the Rapidan wildlife management area that I would recommend. They're pretty good. This one again looks great until you kind of get in here. We could have probably put the tent back that way, so it wasn't in the lower area. It was hard to really tell. But then you wouldn't get the water, the river that comes down through here. So
Yeah, but that area is in a little divot too, and there's a root there. So that might be a little tricky.
yeah, a little bit of a tricky area to set up.
On the bright side, though, if you want to play some badminton, someone has nailed a badminton racket to the tree.
Yes.
So, if you bring your own and you don't mind playing with one that's in middling to broken condition, then you're all set.
Yeah, and there is an American flag that's been mounted to a tree, and 2 folding chairs, metal folding chairs. So somebody must come here often to this one site, but I don't know.
Very patriotic site.
Yeah, but you're supposed to leave it, better than you found it. So I don't know if that's I don't want to take it down because it looks relatively new, but who knows. Okay, so there's the road that we came in on, and here's the campsite over here.
And there's the horse we rode in on.
And there's the horse we rode in on. And this is kind of a loop, really. So this goes back up, this loops around the main road, kind of crosses through up in the woods there. So you don't have to come down this way unless you're at this campsite. And then this is the old road that we found that comes down to the creek and then over to the other side. This is called the Conway River. Apparently it's been very dry. I wouldn't ever necessarily mark this as a river, but it's definitely a nice creek. I'm sure that the water levels are much higher from what I've heard. So they probably come up against the boulders more and hide a lot of this lower stuff. But you can see over there a yellow post. That's the old road. So we're gonna go over there, let's kind of see where it goes, and then once it hits back to the creek, we'll probably hike the creek back up to our campsite. So this is what this trail looks like. As you can see, it's a vehicle trail, but I think that's actually runoff that way. And that's the way we came from. So it's not, yeah, it's been returned to the wilderness, as it were. So I'm sorry about moving the camera around so much. I hope nobody's getting dizzy. But a lot of spider webs on the trail. Jordan's taking lead with a stick, so we're making our way through. Okay, so we made it off the road, or the old road. We're down towards the creek, and here is the creek we're going to hike back up. If there's some good views, waterfalls, little waterfalls, we'll share those with you. So we are hiking up the creek. It's taking longer, of course, because you're hiking over rocks and stuff, but we're not really on a tight schedule. So we do want to probably back up tonight, right? Maybe around 4:30 or so, because there is potential of another storm coming. So
it rained on once was enough.
Right, and like I said, it becomes like a muddy river through that site. So we'll get around 4:30, probably pack up. We won't get out until probably evening, which is fine. Get home around dark. This place is only about 2.5 hours away from home, so that's not too bad. But we took a quick little break here, take some water, and we had some protein bars, so we ate those real quick. But this is where we're sitting, our feet in the water, going around that way, and over this way is a little waterfall. So, yep. So we'll get back on it, get back to this campsite. Might take an hour or something, but we'll get back there and have lunch, and then start looking at packing up.
Free advertising.
Right, so yeah, we got these Katadyn beef freeze. I've had them for a long time, but they're great because they're all compact, and then you can fill them up and they filter right out of the nozzle. So highly recommend them. I've used Katadyn filters for a long time, and when they came out with these a couple years ago, I started using them for backpacking. So, see you later. All right, so we have to get off the creek. The creek is right there. We're back on the actual road, and we're gonna head that way towards our campsite. It's not that far. If you've ever hiked creek beds, it obviously takes a lot longer because you're really rock scrambling, and there's slippery rocks and all that. So we'll get back to camp, and then maybe get in the creek there just to cool off, and then like I said, make lunch. All right, we'll get back to you. All right, what are we cooking there, Jordan?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. All right. Hot dogs on the Coleman grill.
Hot dogs.
We're good here. Fruit still in here if you want some.
Yeah, let's slice some of them up.
All right.
Have some. Here's a knife. That's right there.
I got one. This cutting board too. That works so good.
Here. I'm gonna stand on this side so I'm not in the way. You can see them hot dogs. This is a knife I need for the office.
Yeah, I mean, you might be effective.
Yeah, it is. So there'll be no match for my patent cutting technique. Alright. There you go. Full stem down. Fancy.
Yeah. I don't like to eat them. Alright. That's doing well. Okay, so here's our apple slices. This is lunch today. Some hot dogs. Of course, there's always the forgotten condiments, but you know, next time. Rolls, and you know, we've got our water jug here. So, and plus we have the water that we collected in the creek when we took our hikes. So we'll probably get into that. And we also have some bags of food as well. So there you go. We'll get started. Enjoy lunch. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Hello everyone. So it's Saturday afternoon. We did pack up because there's threat for rainstorms in the morning. And after last night's rainstorm and the amount of mud we just had to clean up from under the tent, the tarp we literally took it down to the creek and kind of rinsed it out there. The tent will have to be well cleaned when we get home because of all the mud that's kind of still underneath of it. So we got to get everything cleaned up. But it was a good site. Again, I don't know if I'd recommend it if you know it's going to rain because of that. Otherwise, the site's a nice spot. It's a very good place on the creek. We got everything cleaned up. Commander is full. Here's the site. Tent, everything's gone. Fire. Again, we're going to leave the lounge chairs and the flag because I'm not sure like who they necessarily belong to. So it seemed like maybe somebody that must frequent this spot a lot. So it is Saturday, so there's more and more people coming in, so it's getting a little more crowded. But it is, you know, the sites are pretty dispersed throughout the woods, so it's not like you're up against anybody by any means. So, but we did hike the creek a little bit, and then came back up. I think we already shared that with you. So we're going to drive out. Jordan's going to drive, and if we see anything exciting, we will let you know. All right, so we're on our way out. We've got a new pilot today. It's Jordan, testing his off-roading skills.
I've never done this before. We're gonna die.
So we're coaching as we go. It's a good learning experience. So we've got a little ways to go to get out. So if we see some things, we'll share. It's mainly just, you know, gravel road, some puddles and stuff, high points. That's why Jordan was stretching his neck trying to see what was over the hill. So, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. It's not too bad. Most SUVs, and I'd even say some of your smaller SUVs could get in here without any issue. I wouldn't bring a car, but SUVs would be fine. Doing great.
Thank you.
It's a little bit of a steep one, so you might get some rock slide from your tires. Just muscle through it.
Like being in this rut on the left side.
Yeah, stay in the right a little bit. Get out of the rut some if you can. And then back to the left. There you go. Yeah, now you're getting that rut. That's fine. That's not bad. But you got plenty of road. Hang up back there. I didn't record it, sorry about that. We had to get off to the side for a truck to get by, and then we got hung up on some roots, so just had to back up a little ways and then pull back out. All right, so we made it down. We had one more encounter with some rangers. They actually backed up quite a ways to a turnabout area and to let us pass, which was really nice. So Yeah, it is Saturday around 3:34ish, something like that. We got out a little sooner than we thought, got packed up sooner, had a lot of cleanup to do, but overall, the Rapidan River wildlife management area, yeah, get it all out that time. This road isn't quite as used as the other one, which has its pros and cons, I guess. There's less people on it, but it also the sights weren't as nice, I'll say. So this one is off of Grave Mills Road. The other one is actually off of Rapidan River Road. So, but you know, get out there, explore for yourself, see what you find, see what you like, and we will catch you next time. I'll be doing another video soon at Katadyn Valley Loop, so please look forward to that, and we will see you then. And just get out and overland and do some adventures on your own. See you soon. Bye.